One of the greatest kind of guilty pleasures I have as a teacher is that I get to tell stories all day to help students connect with whatever curriculum we're approaching, whether it's math or science. Shakespeare stories always resonated with me, and I knew that I wanted to be able to bring something that's kind of dense to 10 and 11-year-olds. So I knew that if I went to study at the Globe Theatre in London, that they would give me the strategies to make that happen, to make something that's really dense, something that would be a little more relatable and palatable for little kids.
All right, now Michael Phelps it out and try and slap those lats.
Through the grant, I had the opportunity to study in London for 23 days, which is something that I wouldn't have been able to do on my own. With this trip, we got firsthand access to the Globe stage, which nobody gets to do. We went to the library that has the largest Shakespearean collection in the world. We also had some of the best practitioners in the world, those who know Shakespeare the best. The biggest highlight of all were the people that I got to spend these 23 days with. I really don't think the experience would have been the same had it been a different group of teachers.
Since Mr. M got to go on the trip to London, I'm really excited about the Shakespeare unit because I know he's got a lot of new ideas for how to teach us Shakespeare.
Well, Mr. M's trip to London helped. Like, we're about to do something really hard, like a test or something. We always do all these exercises, like ladder, ladder, squeeze, and drop. And it's fun. It's more fun when you do it in a British accent. It helps your shoulders to relax more.
Ladder, 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 squeeze and drop. All right.
The principal approach that Globe Education uses at Shakespeare's theater is this idea of lively action, where they don't put a piece of Shakespeare's works into their hands before they have moved. And even during the reading of it, they're moving.
Activities like pointing on the pronoun in the status game really bring Shakespeare to life so that you can feel your character, like you almost are your character.
It makes words that, if just read on the page are stale, really come to life. So I knew immediately that I would bring this idea of movement, physicalizing to memorize, back to these students who are going to be memorizing dozens of lines for our upcoming spring Shakespeare production.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Professionally, I think that coming off of the trip, I felt like I could walk a little taller when it came to approaching Shakespeare. We have some amazing curriculum that we've pieced together over the years, but I feel like I have more expertise in the area. So I think that when we spend all this time investing into Shakespeare, that'll be a richer experience. As I'm sitting in these lively action workshops with 24 other teachers who are moving and vocalizing, all I could think of was how Shakespeare was coming to life for me. And it made me think back to automatically watching Dead Poets Society, where Professor Keating jumps up on the desk and recites, "Oh, Captain, my Captain." And I knew that I wanted to get a group of boys together so that we could find ways to connect with poetry and, if you would, carpe the diem. This grant and the opportunity to take this trip changed me to my core. It made me address so many things that I wouldn't do if I hadn't been taken out of my comfort zone. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you because it has changed me, I think, forever.